All right, welcome back. Let's take you back to the interview now with Trade Union Federation Saftu, saying if former President Jacob Zuma is allowed not to testify at the state capture inquiry, the country will turn into a banana republic. Now, let's just remind you and give you some context. Zuma says he will not be appearing before the commission despite a court order compelling him to do so. The Federation's General Secretary, Zwelinzima Vavi, joining me. Mr. Vavi, good morning to you. The former president say he's not going to appear. You say this is going to turn us into a banana republic. Why is that? Good morning.
Because he would have set a precedent that no one will want repeated on any other South African. Because once he succeeds to blackmail the country into accepting that he is above the law and is above the South African Constitution and all of its people, then there will be loads and loads of other people who share a common fear of the law with him, who will then stand in the queue to say, we also must be made an exception because, like him, we have this and that record of a struggle against apartheid. Like him, we played a very important role in liberating this country. And like him, we were in prison and in exile, and we are old, and therefore we should not be held accountable. This is totally unacceptable. We do appreciate the role that President Zuma played in ensuring that we arrive in a point of 1994. But he must stop abusing himself into believing that he alone liberated the country and that all of us, every South African, was just a spectator seeing this marvelous work by this individual who got us into a new constitution. Well and good, he played that role, but we have now a constitution which is written in the blood and sacrifices of millions of South Africans over hundreds of years in a struggle against colonialism and apartheid. He, not alone, played that role.
Mr. Vavi, I completely hear what you're saying. I would like to get your perspective, though. We cannot mention the name Jacob Zuma without mentioning, of course, the ANC. And help me, Mr. Vavi, understand the confusion, it seems, from within the ANC. I'll tell you why. I want to quote from a story we're running here on ENCA. Give time and space to Jacob Zuma to think about testifying at the state capture inquiry. That is President Cyril Ramaphosa as the ANC president. Then the Eastern Cape ANC is contradicting this. They're calling for Jacob Zuma to be suspended. In Gauteng, the ANC Secretary Jacob Kawe says it's in the best interest for the country for the former president to appear before the state capture inquiry. How are there such different messages coming out of the ANC?
That's ANC for you. And everyone who speaks today will be contradicted by someone else tomorrow. I mean, President Ramaphosa's statement is, with due respect, says it's ridiculous. Which other South African, when defying the apex court of the land, will be given an opportunity to think about it? Who else will have that privilege? We are not in an animal farm here, and we will not agree. And I think those people who think that they have a support to cause mayhem are mistaken. No South African will want to turn the clock backward to pre-1994, where others were more equal than the others. President Zuma is as important as any other grade 1 student in this country. He must stop believing that he's more important than all South Africans. President Ramaphosa is making a mistake in making a call that the former president must be given a chance to think more. What to think about? The Constitutional Court had a hearing on this matter. President Zuma knew this. He chose not to participate in that court. And he knew the consequences of him not making his own submission, including making all of the claims that he's making now through the statement about the biased judiciary, the biased head of the commission, the Honorable Zondo, this and that and that. He should have gone to the Constitutional Court to present his side of the story. He didn't. because he knew that there would be some small group of South Africans, unfortunately, would think like him, who will then rally behind what he's saying to defy the Constitution. Sorry, game is over. If the president doesn't want to appear and to put himself exactly in the same position as every other South African should be putting himself, he must face the consequences of his defiance.
I appreciate your time in speaking to us this morning, speaking to us as the General Secretary of Saftu, Zwelinzima Vavi, here on ENCA. A very